oven is all done and dusted and all finished with, and we now into the first of two semi-final clashes here for the Currie Cup at Loftus Versfeld. We have the first, and it is the table-topping Blue Bulls against the fourth place Natal Sharks. Hello everyone, welcome along to Cornf1akes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Currie Cup, where we are into the final couple of weeks, hopefully, for the Blue Bulls can go all the way in the competition this year. They are looking good in times, but like last week, they had to win very ugly. If you tuned into that match, well, it was a pretty ugly contest, we'll give it that. It was a messy game, but it was a 5-3 victory nonetheless last week in the final round of the match against Western Province. Of course, the week before that, they beat the Golden Lions in possibly one of their better performances of the season, 29 points to 7. So they have looked good in a couple of the last few weeks, and they come up against a team that's finished slightly down the table. The Bulls have finished first on, versus really against the Free State Cheetahs, beating them in earlier rounds to take that top spot, but up against them is the Sharks, who finished fourth. Of course, their spot was secure before the final round match, but they still capped it off with a good win against Grequis, and of course before that they had the loss to Western Province by 32-22. So they're coming in to this semi-final matchup with in different form, and having just squeaked into that fourth spot with 21 points. They will be happy to be there, but they'll be living on the memories of that round one match where they beat the Blue Bulls 14 points to 5. Of course, the Bulls did come back later on in the season to take out the Sharks 12 points to 7. So these two sides have won apiece so far in this season, and they'll be looking, the Blue Bulls and the Sharks will both be looking to put the killer blow on each other. The Sharks though have one change, with Boiters coming in at number 7 for the injured Dicel, but apart from that, an unchanged squad from when they met earlier in the season. So that's team build-up and lineups all done and dusted. We're going to get down, kick-off for this first semi-final of the Currie Cup about to get underway. And straight into the action, a home match here for the Bulls today at Loftus Versfeld. And the home crowd will be hoping their team puts in a big display here in the semi-final match. Piloted halfway. We'll kick off. The semi-final number 1 is underway, the Currie Cup decider. Who will go to the final as the Sharks take down the use of the football for the first time just outside their 22. McLeod will go back to his first 5 as Olinga, and he thumps it downfield. Up into the air it goes, and May Street puts on the step and the dummy and gets hammered. Big tackle there from Court Z, and he goes to ground right on halfway and just retaining possession. Now they come, the Sharks, the Bulls. Kirsten away to Byers. Byers goes through where the gap is, splits him in half, gives it to Blumentees. He'll go for the left-hand corner, puts the fender on and gets hammered from behind into touch. The Bulls, with their first attacking play, looked very dangerous. Didn't quite get the job done. Blumentees into touch. Now it's the line out. Cooper goes, not straight. Page gets the turnover ball from the front of the line out. Engelbrecht to Venter. Goes to Byers. Numbers on the outside. Pollard for the corner. No, he's held just short and he's popped back outside the goal area. So a big chance goes bigging there. Engelbrecht pops it out. A nice pop pass for Ross, the captain. He goes very close. Again, they go again to Kirsten for the line, and the big prop has to be over there. Oh, we're going to have another look. Oh, we're going upstairs. This is a big call here from the ref. Ross went very close with the pop ball out from the ruck, and then we had Boldbring pops it up for Kirsten. Tried to bulldoze her over Zylinga, but that has to be a try. He didn't stop the ball in any way. The ref has blown his whistle. The TMO still having a look. Let's have another look here. He should have just dived. Attempted bulldozer over the number 10. And again, the ref blows his whistle. This could be an amazing start here for the Bulls, but a great pass getting in behind Court Z. And the big prop, Kirsten, goes for the line and scores a try. The Bulls lead this one early on, 5-0 over the Sharks. The big number 3 prop, Kirsten, getting the try right out in front. And Pollard will have a chance to add 2 more, make it 7, 11 gone, and it's 7-0. The Bulls leading the Sharks here in the Currie Cup semi-final number 1. Well, that's an exciting start. The ref proving he wants to be sure of everything today. So much on the line for these two teams. The Sharks are kicking off again. Zlinga goes short and gives it straight to Ross, who pops it to Pollard in a short ball off the kickoff. And he takes it to ground just over the 10-metre line. Page comes off. Oh no, he's been hit hard from an offside position. And the Sharks will turn it over and will go back for the offside against the Sharks. Cornf1akes, who has been in everything today already, pinged for the offside. Yeah, look at that. He didn't retreat at all from that ruck. And the Bulls will look for touch through Pollard, who thumps it away. Oh, that was just over Ndangani's head. And it'll be a line out here for Marku, who has been very impressive in the hooker role for the Bulls. He has used Bullbring very often here as he goes to him again. This time, oh, good tackle there. Good tackle off the line out. He lost his balance, went backwards, and now we have a play just outside the 22 for Byers. Byers goes round Cornf1akes. He goes straight for the line and will score the second try for the Bulls. That was an outstanding run. What a line from Byers. He has been Mr. Consistent all season. Look at this ruck here. Look at this pass from Page. Look at it. Bullet-like, straight to Byers, and he left Cornf1akes for dust. Chasing Jordan and Ndangani, Marius comes across and makes a desperate last-ditch tackle, but he was never going to stop him from putting that down. What a camera angle that is for the pass too. Pinpoint around the outside of his man. We've seen it all too often from these centres here for the Bulls. Beating the big man on the outside, creating gaps in the middle, causing the wingers to come in off their wing and allowing space on the outside. This time, Ndangani wasn't tempted to come in, and it left a big space, gaping hole for Byers to go straight through the middle. And now Pollard has a chance to make it 14. Another pretty easy kick right out in front, and he nails it. 14-0. The Bulls now nicely ahead over the Sharks with 2 converted tries. Just 20 minutes gone as well. Still a lot of this match to play. Don't count the Sharks out yet. They are definitely capable of scoring a lot of points if needed. The kick goes to Venter. He gives it to Marku, who just charges into the tackle area. Bit of trouble here with the support, but it comes from eventually. Page draws in. Oh, he's drawn in Ndangani and he's injured himself. Oh, that is a massive blow. Page is an integral part, a huge part of this team, and Snyman is going to come on for Rudy Page, who's been, well, he's been very good all season. It's a big blow to have him come off.
Crouch.
But Snyman, well, he's getting his first chance in the Bulls jumper this season. And what a cauldron to get battle call in. Semi-final rugby. And Snyman has his first task of putting into this big Bulls pack, who charge forward, and he gets the pass away for Blumatis, who draws in Ndangani for Venter, and he drops the ball. Venter, and not the best play there. Here's Boltis coming off. The advantage is already over. Here's Cornf1akes, who's been outstanding today, going through a couple of big tackles, and he gets the Sharks near the 22. Here's Boltis again. Come on, big hit there. There was a massive strike hit there from, who was that? Hadding. Massive shot. Now they go short again. Cooper's hammered. Oh, and what an amazing tackle on Chadwick. That is just close court hammering in defence from the Bulls, just destroying the Sharks in the close quarter stuff. Again, goes down for Snyman. First use of the football for Snyman. He chips ahead off his own break. He regathers as well. Oh, what a run from the new man on the paddock. That is spectacular. His support, bit slow in coming, and they'll lose out on the ball, will the Bulls. And the McLeod will get it back for Chadwick, who goes to Boltis again. Now they swing it to the left for Cooper. Involvo's knocked it on. Blumenthal picks up the loose ball, gives it to Venter. Venter shrugs off one man and goes to ground, just outside the 22. Advantage over as Snyman pops it up for Kirsten, who's been good today. Pollard launching away through the outside. Puts on the high tackle from Marius. And what are we going to have here? A quick tap and go from Pollard. Taking matters into his own hands. If they don't score 5 points here, oh, they'll be in trouble, the Bulls. Oh, and they've lost the ball. Back it goes for Williams. Oh, he's very close to the 5 metre or for his own try line there. 5 metre scrum it would have been, but the Bulls are going to turn it over. So don't count out the good decision just yet. What's going on here? Murray has just sidewalked his way to a try. Well, the most... I don't know how you describe that. Have a look at the replay. Engelbrecht to halfback. Carried the man, and then look at Murray. He didn't quite have the ball. What was going on there? A bit of magic from Waylon Murray. This is simply remarkable. And Volvo didn't want to tackle him. He was already over the line. Murray has just shimmied his way to a try right on half-time. What else could possibly happen in this match? The tap and go from this man, maybe not the best option. The 3 points may have been a better option for them, but they've got the try, and now the conversion for Pollard. If he can add the 2, make it 21-0 at half-time. Here comes his kick. It's nicely to that right hand upright, and he sinks it. 2 more points for the Bulls. They lead 21-0 going into the break. The Sharks have some soul-searching to do at half-time here at Loftus Versfeld in semi-final number 1 of the Currie Cup. The Bulls lead the Sharks 21-0. And rightfully so as well. Look at those stats. 87% possession. That is dominant. 65 territory. That is pretty good as well. The injury, the high tackles, they're all there. But the big one though, line breaks 6-2. And an interesting one that's not there, of course, is always the handling errors. The Bulls have carved them up though a number of times. The Sharks, very few opportunities, but not much you can do with 13% of the ball. They look down and out, but they've got 40 minutes. If the Bulls can score 3 tries in that time, so can the Sharks. They need a big comeback. There will be some harsh words spoken in that Sharks changing room at half-time. If we're going to have a good second half, they need to come out all guns firing. They need to be the next team to score 7 points. There's no question in that. They need to shut the Bulls out. They need to get that possession over 50. They need at least half of the ball. But the thing is, they do have that little breeze at their back in the second half, which will make things a bit interesting. The Bulls opting to kick a bit more too, and that stands up with the breeze at their back. So the injury of Page may hurt the Bulls. It'll be interesting to see how Snyman goes. His first use of the ball, getting a nice little line break, and almost all the way to the try. 21-0. The Bulls, what they need to do is look at consolidating that lead. There's 40 minutes of the semi-final to go. We're going to crack back down. Half-time entertainment here, non-existent. So let's get back to the rugby action. The Sharks have been, well, we haven't seen the Sharks really, have we, today? As they kick off again, they go very far to the right-hand side, and Kirsten takes the ball and drops it. The ref hasn't said knock on, so we're not going for advantage. A good run there from Hewitt. He goes through the middle of a couple of tacklers, goes to ground just outside the 22. The Bulls are all there in support though, and they've quickly turned that over. Look how fast things can change. And Volvo on Murray. Good pass for Pollard. Pollard's going to kick, is he? He does. He looked like he was shaping. Byers putting in a big chase. Here comes Ndagani across to save the day. Oh, and Byers, knocked on. Venter with a huge tackle. Back it goes for Marku. He goes for Snyman at half-back. Oh, that's close to the poles, but he's nailed it. Snyman coming on the field, opting, as we said at half-time, consolidating points. 24-0. Snyman, that was close to that left-hand upright. But Pollard obviously involved in that play. He was still in back play and some rucks. Good work from the young halfback. That was well played too. Good work, good ideas, and the tackle from Venter was really what put that on the map. So here's Snyman again going for a little dab off the back. What a run from Snyman. He's been outstanding. Murray chips ahead for Engelbrecht. There's a man there waiting, but Engelbrecht's put in a smashing tackle. The Bulls in support. Look at, they're all over the smash, the Bulls. Pollard away for Kirsten. For Byers again. They're going to launch one out to the left side for Venter, who goes inside the big prop. Chadwick had no chance for Venter. And the Bulls have scored another try and lead 29-0. This is all one-way traffic. We said the Sharks had to be the next team to score. They haven't. They haven't hardly touched the ball. And look at this pace here. Venter outside Chadwick. See you later. The big prop, no chance. And Dingani had to stay on his man. Blumenthal was ranging out there. We'll see it here. There we go. Well, it was a poor camera angle, really. But Ndingani in two minds. And Venter made them pay. 29-0. Outstanding. Most people would have called this match a close one after their previous two meetings, but Pollard's going to tick up 31 points here for the Bulls. In this one-sided affair at Loftus Versfeld after last week, 5-3. They ground out that win against Western Province now. 31-0. There's still just under half an hour to play. Here's Weilingas. Weilingas going to kick off again. He's done that way too often for his liking. He goes very deep and it's unclaimed. Pollard has to desperately come through. And we see a bit of life from the Sharks. Here we go though. Not all over yet. It's chipped ahead nicely from, is that Ross? Surely not, that's not Ross. Here's Blumenthal up the back for Grayling. They're launching from their own goal line here, the Bulls. Can they do anything wrong? Out it goes to Bullbring, the big lock. He goes into contact and goes to ground just over halfway. Well, the Sharks might like turning this over, and they have. So a bit of reward for their hard work. Winsel. Went Zylinga to Involvo. Back inside for Zylinga again. Bottas. Goes himself and gets duly smashed for his efforts. The Bulls are all over him. He's got to release that ball. And here's Snyman. Again for Murray. Murray will love the service he's getting from Snyman. And but the Sharks have turned this over. The Bulls have lost it. And Zylinga, they're launching here to the right-hand side. Back inside to Hewitt. They're looking pretty good here when they do get their hands on the ball. And not releasing the ball. Hewitt. They had the numbers a bit. And we're going to see a substitution. Daniel coming off for Alberts. And that is a big change. They had the space, they had the numbers out wide, but they just didn't support their man who got caught up in the tackle. And the Bulls, well, they were all over him. They've been all over every ruck tonight. And it's shown in their commitment. Here's the penalty attempt from Pollard. And it is straight between the middle. No mistakes from the young man. And he makes it 34-0. This is a clinical effort from the Bulls. They have dominated all facets of the match. And they lead this one by a big margin. Here's the kickoff. It's flat and it's straight across to Bullbring, who launches a massive pass. Maku gives it to Byers and they're launching here again right from the kickoff for Pollard. He has been one of the better players in recent weeks for line breaks. And when you have a first five that can break the line, that just does massive things for the back line. Here we go again. Kirsten to Blumenthal. A good tackle from Ndingani. But look at the support from Maku. It's right there. Here's Hatton going away again. Oh, very close to the line. And into touch he goes. Bullbring pulling that one out. But look at the confidence from even the big men. No worries. Launching a little dabble off the back of the ruck. When you're leading by 34-0, you can have that confidence. Zylinga pops. Oh, intercepted from Hatting. What a super play from the big lock. He's been everywhere. Maku in the midfield. Murray steps inside in Nagani. Oh, gets away from him too, and a good play. Oh, and Volvo missing that tackle. Here's Ross. He's made a line break. Venter, Byers, Hatting involved again. Blumenthal still has Pollard outside him. Pollard's going to put on the step. Can't get away. Throws the pass out, and Engelbrecht pumps that into touch. no worries. The Bulls playing a little flair here in the second half. 5 minutes to go. And the Sharks haven't scored at all. Cooper goes to the back, and McLeod has it now. Zalinga. Ndingani takes the tackle just outside his 22. They've got no choice but to run this here, the Sharks. Again, they go to the left form, Volvo on Murray. Oh, what a tackle from Murray. This has been a one-sided piece of display from these two sides. Here's Williams going to Alberts on the field, and a good run from Cooper. Giving it back to Alberts. And the Bulls are all over this. No support from the Sharks. Snyman, couple of subs on the field now. Maku, Byers, big ball wide for Mubatis. Tries to put on the fan, but Ndingani has wrapped him up through his arm.
Release.
Support slow here for both teams, but it's come back. Pollard plays halfback. Goes to Engelbrecht, Duplessis. Back to Snyman. Good double round with Pollard. An offside against the tackler there. And we're going for the penalty just as Maku was going for a little trot. The Sharks have had nothing go right. Cooper offside. The time is up. And the Bulls will signal this one's end with a shot at goal. 34-0, and it's been all one team. And this will finish the Sharks one way or another. Here's the kick from Pollard, right out in front. Good 30 metres away. He strikes it nicely. And right over the black dot. Could you get more perfect from Pollard? 37-0. The semi-final is done and dusted. It is all over. The ref has called full time, and the Bulls are going to the semi-final with what arguably has to be their best display in the Currie Cup so far. No conceded points, and when you look through their previous fixtures, that is the first time they have achieved this. An outstanding display on defence, but they really starved the Sharks from any ball. It is the first time they have passed 37 points as well. Look at that scoreboard. 4 tries, 4 conversions, 2 penalties, and of course that drop goal from Snyman, the substitute coming on for Page, who has injured himself. Be interesting to see how long he may be out for, but 37-0. One-way traffic. Who saw that coming? The Sharks. They pushed the Bulls twice this season, losing the second game by just 5 points, and of course they won that first game by 9 points. So it was always looking like it would be a close encounter. Low scoring, probably, as most games have been with the Bulls, but boy, what a blowout. 37-0. Of course, we can go through the scores here. 4 tries, Kirsten, Venter, Byers and Murray. Pollard flawless with the boot, and he's been brilliant with the ball in hand as well, breaking the line and opening up chances on his outsides. He also got 2 penalty goals, Pollard, and of course that chop goal for Snyman. Nothing at all for the Sharks. Nothing at all. Little consolation in that they did achieve more possession and that second spell, but handling errors has made its entrance into the stats as well, 10-3, and surprisingly there is no line breaks. That would have been an interesting stat to see. The Bulls kept on their kicking game in that second spell with 15 kicks altogether. The Sharks increasing theirs up to 7 as well. The penalties proving a big point in the match, but by then it was all over. The Sharks just hampering their chance of getting back in the match, and the Bulls were happy just to add the extra points and extend their lead. What more could you want to do in the end? So the Bulls are going to the final. The Sharks will be playing a 3rd place playoff against, well, the loser of the Cheetahs and Western Province, but rightfully so. The top of the table, Blue Bulls, 37, beating in the 4th place Sharks, 0. So let's see who else has made the final and what you can look forward to next week here on Cornf1akes Crib with your coverage of the Currie Cup, exclusively here coming to you. Let's go check that out now. Oh, and what you could probably say is a surprising result in some ways. Western Province have defeated the Free State Cheetahs, and what we'd normally see a scoreline from a Blue Bulls game, 19 points to 5. Free State Cheetahs, after with 1 round to go, looked home and hose to close out that top spot, have done a double choke. They lost in the week before to the Golden Lions, who didn't even qualify for the top 4 and now have popped a big one in the semis to go down to Western Province. So it will be the Blue Bulls at home, the table-topping Blue Bulls, against the 3rd place Western Province. Now just recall that in round 10, that exact fixture was what we saw, except it was an away match for the Blue Bulls, but there was 5-3, the Blue Bulls won that one. We can also have a look at this here and see other results. Of course, previously the Bulls won their first encounter 21 points to 14. So close matches, 7 points between them on the first time and just 2 the second. So that is what we have to look forward to for the final of the Currie Cup, the big match, the finale, the end of the road for these South African sides, and concentration will be going on whatever comes next for them. Super 15 next year, Springbok end of year tours, all sorts of things happening, but the Currie Cup will bid a farewell next week with the Blue Bulls at home to host Western Province. Even though it says at Newlands, that's not right. It should be home for the Bulls, but we'll see that. Of course, we have the injury for Page. You can see the little ambulance plus sign thing, whatever that's called. That is there, so Page is out for this match. He's going to miss the final, which is a pretty big blow, but Snyman did prove his worth. So that is that, and we will be back for the grand final next time on Cornf1akes Crib. Stay tuned for that one. And of course, if you like the series, give it a like, and of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the final, and then all sorts of other goodies coming up for you guys after that final match. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the match. It was a fairly entertaining one for the Bulls after what we've seen for most of the season, and I will be back for the Blue Bulls versus Western Province Grand Final of the Currie Cup, coming to you exclusively here on Cornf1akes Crib. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned for that, and until then, as always, take care.